r/ShowerThoughts. These are some of the greatest shower thoughts on Reddit. Telling kids that a cop will arrest you as a disciplinary tool, then expecting kids to tell a cop if something bad is happening to them, must be confusing as hell. Maybe superheroes wear capes to hide the zipper on the back of their onishi. Technically, your alarm tone is your theme song as it starts every episode. So where's my skip intro button at? Just hit snooze. While we sleep, our brain makes up stories and then gets scared of them. Mine does that when I'm awake. You know you're an adult when you care more about your parents' health than they do. February 13th is most likely the day when the most hair goes down people's drains. Being a female werewolf must suck. They'd have to deal with that time of the month 2 times a month. Muffins are to cupcakes as smoothies are to milkshakes. One-armed people are probably so much better at spooning than the rest of us. It's funny how most gamers prefer keyboards, which were not made to play games, over other controllers which were specifically made to play games with. You can't feel every hair on your body, but one hair in your mouth is immediately noticeable, or in your eye. Dropping a cup of coffee usually wakes you up more than drinking it. I knocked over the French press the other day. What a way to start the day. Erasers slowly sacrifice their lives for our mistakes. It's weird to think about the guy who invented the eraser. He just kept rubbing random items on paper until it worked. Being a baby is so difficult. Imagine utilizing all the power to crawl at the end of room and some elder picking you up and leaving you again at your starting point. It is impossible to touch any reflection that isn't your own. A scented candle store burning down would smell amazing, or a horrid mixture of overwhelming, pungent smells. Someone decided that women will shave their legs and men won't, and everyone just went with it. Spider-Man took getting bit by a spider pretty well, considering that most people would freak out and start googling spider bites immediately after. Good people get angry when you lie about them. Bad people get angry when you tell the truth about them. An ass is both extremely sexy and extremely disgusting part of the body. People would probably still visit Jurassic Park despite being warned by countless books and movies. You seriously gonna sit there and tell me you wouldn't go to a theme park with previously extinct dinos because of a fictitious movie? Same. That's why I'll never take a train to Busan. When people steal cars in a movie, the mirrors and seat are always set perfectly for the thief. No one got taught the game where you make races of raindrops running down the car windows, but we all played it anyways. And then the 2 drops merge to beat the other drop. Like divorce, but backwards. Not having a power socket next to your bed makes you really appreciate having a power socket next to your bed. The most popular chair for mobile gaming is a toilet. I read this on a toilet. Calling a kid sounds fine, but calling an adult sounds weird. If everybody stopped paying taxes, there would be no prison for them to go to, since prisons are funded off taxes. If the purpose of life is to live long, to do no harm and to help others to survive, trees are doing pretty damn good job. The majority of people who use subtitles probably aren't deaf. It's crazy that when you Google Apple, a phone company comes up rather than food. If short people only dated short people and tall people only dated tall people, we might see a split of human species into 2 other species. Cigarette smokers might not care about themselves, but cigarette smokers who throw the butts on the ground don't care about anyone else either. If you're murdered, at least someone thought you were important enough to need to not exist anymore. Humans are the only species who decided that water was too boring as a beverage to keep us alive. I think milk may have ruined that right from the get-go. The Girl Scouts have just morphed into a cookie selling organization that can legally exploit child labor. Wow, that's so terrible, they must be stopped. Tooth in mint boxes please. The more furry the animal, the more cute it is. The more furry the human, the more unappealing we are. A really weak orgasm is on par with a damn good yawn. I don't get disappointed with a good yawn if I've been trying for an hour. The sun that you see is the exact one that everyone in history has ever seen. Candle wax just disappears into thin air and nobody says a ducking thing about it. Us gamers probably have taken more steps in video games than in real life. The greatest heist in history is one we don't know happened. There's probably a Jake who works at State Farm and has to hear non-stop jokes from customers and wants to die. Being a wizard in Harry Potter must be really hard with a speech impediment. Turtles can never have sleepovers because they always sleep in their own homes. Vampires always have great hair, even though they can't see themselves in a mirror. Dogs are so loyal to their human that, if they could use their own computer, they would have their owner as their desktop background. Children with imaginary friends are creative, adults with imaginary friends are schizophrenic. Every time you fall asleep you are putting complete trust in your body to continue breathing and functioning normally. At some point, someone decided that yelling WOOOO was a pretty good way to verbalize enthusiasm, and everybody just went with it. All of our childhood punishments have become our goals in our adult lives: eat vegetables, go to sleep early, stay at home. A school suspending someone for having too many absent days is punishing someone for staying home with more home time. Legos live in houses made of their own flesh. So do gingerbread men. The guy who created this community probably thought of it in his/her shower. Spicy is the only taste your bud can detect. If Ice Cube drowned, it'd be a cruel ironic death. Wouldn't it be more ironic if he froze to death? Yes. Darth Vader is so famous people recognize him simply by breathing. The quickest way to sober up during a night out is to pat your pockets and not feel your phone. I sobered up thinking about it. All Lego characters are bald. They either wear wigs or head accessories to hide it. Human beings are so social that even if they are all alone they talk to themselves. Yet if people see that someone is talking to themselves, they think that person is insane. There are probably some streamers/YouTubers who have made more money playing a game than the creators selling the game. If you get 3 cents from every single millionaire in the world you will be a millionaire. You know you're an addict when you stop doing it to feel good and instead do it to feel normal. Most forms of zombies could be stopped by a pull door. Someday archaeologists are going to dig up Disney World and think that we worshipped a mouse. You either exercise because you hate your body or because you love your body, or you exercise because you want others to love your body. One day we are probably going to have Google Moon and Google Mars. If one student fails, the student needs to improve. If an entire class fails, the teacher needs to improve. Maybe Usain Bolt can run way faster than he does now, but he's holding it in case someone breaks his record. Parker is the adult version of the floor is lava. There is literally no way to prove that everyone sees the same colors. If Pokemon were real, a Pokemon meat market would exist as well. Humans are technically percussion instruments. If you hit them with a stick, they make a sound. People born on the 10th of October 10 will turn 10 this year. Did you know people born 10 years ago today will become 10 years old today? Oh shut. How did you know? I'm very grateful that our eyes don't steam up like glasses lenses.